Imagine losing your wealth in a single night, then your children, then your health, then one by one, even your closest friends walk away, until only your Lord and one loyal soul remain by your side. What would you do? This isn't a hypothetical. This really happened to a prophet of Allah. This is the story of Ayyub alayhi salam, the prophet whose unwavering faith and patience endured every trial Allah allowed shaitan to bring.
You are watching Islamic Legacy History. Subscribe and share for more untold stories from Islamic history. If you're ready, let's begin.
Many centuries before the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, walked this earth, Allah sent Prophet Ayyub as a guide to his people. According to many early Islamic scholars, he lived in the region of Sham, near Haran. The Quran doesn't dwell on the details of his people, only that Allah sent him to guide them, and that he carried that responsibility with humility. Prophet Ayyub became one of history's greatest examples of patience, unwavering faith, and complete trust in Allah. Some early historical reports mention that his mother was from the family of Prophet Lut, while other narrations describe his wife, Rahima, as descending from the family of Prophet Yusuf. These reports are not confirmed in the Quran or authentic hadith. Early accounts also describe him as tall, strong, and strikingly handsome, though none of it ever went to his head. He owned vast lands. Countless camels, cattle, horses, goats, servants filled his home, and yet he never once ate a meal without inviting a guest to share it. He clothed the poor. He helped orphaned girls get married. He became widely known for his generosity, his righteousness, and his devotion to Allah. But such unwavering gratitude doesn't go unnoticed, even in the unseen world. According to some early narrations, Iblis could not stand what he saw. He claimed that Ayyub's gratitude only existed because Allah had blessed him so abundantly. Strip away the wealth, the children, the comfort, he suggested, and see what really remains of a man's faith. And so, by Allah's permission, the trials of Ayyub began. What followed would strip a man of everything he owned, everyone he loved, and every ounce of comfort he had ever known. Early narrations describe floods destroying his livestock and powerful winds devastating his crops. Traditional reports even describe Shaitan appearing to him disguised as a grieving shepherd, hoping the shock of the news might break him. It didn't. Ayyub remained grateful, recognizing that everything he had ever owned belonged to Allah in the first place, and that whatever Allah gives or takes away is always by His wisdom alone. Then came a heavier blow. According to early narrations, Prophet Ayyub faced the loss of his children. Traditional reports describe an earthquake taking their lives in an instant. And here's something worth sitting with. Ayyub wept. Prophets are not made of stone. He was a father. But even through his tears, he did not turn away from his Lord. He held to the same truth that had carried him through the first trial. Everything is a trust, and the one who gives is the same one who may take it back. Then came the third trial, his own body. What we know with certainty is that Allah tested Prophet Ayyub with a severe illness. According to well-known early narrations, this trial lasted 18 years. 18 years of pain, patience, and quiet endurance. As the years dragged on, almost everyone distanced themselves from him. Only two close companions continued to visit. Some traditional narrations go even further, describing how the townspeople eventually pushed for his and Rahima's exile from the city altogether. According to early accounts, Rahima, his devoted wife, carried her weakened husband out herself when no one else would help. The man who had once opened his home to countless guests now had almost nobody left, except one woman who refused to leave his side. Traditional reports mention that she built him a small shelter with her own hands, and classical historians note that she worked in secret, spinning thread just to bring home enough to survive. Through every trial, Prophet Ayyub remained steadfast, patient, and devoted to Allah. According to some early narrations, one day Rahima gently asked him why he didn't ask Allah to lift the pain. Ayyub replied that they had lived in ease for many years, and that he preferred to remain patient before asking for relief. This narration is not established through authentic hadith, but it reflects the extraordinary patience for which he became known. Some traditional narrations even describe Shaitan turning his attention to Rahima herself, appearing as a stranger, a physician offering a miracle cure, a man offering wealth in exchange for her patience. But these accounts describe her remaining completely loyal, completely devoted, refusing every temptation set in front of her. Then came the moment the Quran itself describes. Allah commanded Prophet Ayyub, "Strike the ground with your foot. Here is cool water for washing and drinking." He did, and Allah caused a spring to emerge from the earth. Ayyub washed himself and drank from it, and by Allah's permission, his health was completely restored. Some traditional narrations add a tender detail here, that when Rahima returned home, she didn't recognize the healed man standing where her sick husband used to lie. Some early accounts even mention that she too was restored to her youth in that moment. These particular details aren't found in the Quran or authentic hadith. They appear in early historical and tafsir narrations, where they serve as a beautiful illustration of Allah's reward for patience. What we do know for certain, confirmed in the Quran in Surah Sad, is that Allah restored Ayyub's family and his wealth to him, doubled as a mercy from his Lord. The story of Prophet Ayyub reminds us that hardship does more than test the body. It reveals the strength of a person's faith and the sincerity of those who choose to remain beside you. Wealth attracts company. Comfort attracts company. But real loyalty only reveals itself once everything else has been stripped away. Think about how many people surrounded Ayyub when his tables were full, the guests he fed, the orphans he helped settle into married life, the poor he clothed without being asked twice. None of that generosity was performative. It was simply who he was. And yet, when the wealth disappeared and the illness set in, most of those same people vanished with it. Not necessarily out of cruelty, but because their nearness had always been tied to his comfort, not to him. That's the real lesson here. Trials don't just test your body, they test who really stays. The Quran preserves Ayyub's heartfelt supplication in Surah Al-Anbiya. "Indeed, adversity has touched me, and you are the most merciful of those who show mercy." So whatever you're carrying right now, whatever has been taken from you, whatever silence has followed you out of a room you thought was full of friends, say that prayer, mean it, and hold on the way Ayyub held on. 18 years, one wife, one Lord, and a faith that never once broke. May Allah grant us the patience of Prophet Ayyub, make us steadfast in every trial, and reunite us with him in Jannah. Ameen. This is why the scholars often say Ayyub's story isn't primarily about illness at all. It's about companionship, about the rare kind of loyalty that stays when there's nothing left to gain from staying. Rahima didn't remain by his side because their life together was easy. She remained because her devotion was never conditional on his circumstances. That's worth remembering the next time hardship thins out the crowd around you.
Follow for more untold stories from Islamic history.